Good morning, Fair Map supporters. Our most fundamental liberty is the right to freely choose our representatives through voting. Whether that promise continues to be real is precisely what is at stake in these cases today. Gerrymandering today is worse than at any time in our history. But without action by the Supreme Court, it is going to get worse from here. The justices have the opportunity to hear the people's case for fair maps today and to ensure that the Constitution is upheld by putting an end to gerrymandering across the country. The Supreme Court can safeguard the right of Americans to have their votes counted equally, and that is an opportunity that they must take. For example, voters in North Carolina have voted under one of the most severely gerrymandered maps in our nation's history for nearly a full decade. These maps were already struck down as unconstitutional, but self-interested politicians have clung to rigged maps because they fear accountability. Voters continue to voice their anger about partisan gerrymandering. People want to live in states where they actually get to choose their politicians based on the value of their ideas and the merit of their actions. Polls show that over 70% of Americans support the Supreme Court laying down rules to stop this abuse of power. Now, Democrats and Republicans alike want a solution to this problem. You saw that in the speakers before me. You had Democratic members of Congress, Republican members of Congress, Republican governors, Democratic senators. We all recognize that self-interested politicians are not going to solve this problem. They like gerrymandering. It keeps them in power. This is true in North Carolina. It's true in Maryland. It's true in my home state of Wisconsin. It's true across this country. That is why we need a national solution. It's why the fight for fair maps must win in the Supreme Court today. Folks, if the Supreme Court rules that the maps at issue in these cases are unconstitutional, then at long last, the voters will be able to choose their politicians rather than the other way around. Thank you.